Hi Hans, I'm Miss Tiger Days, and you're going to be watching me review the first episode of All Stars 5. So All Stars 5, the first episode is on Wow Presents Plus, but if you don't have Wow Presents Plus, it will come on Netflix next week along with the second episode. And obviously, if you haven't watched this week's episode, there are going to be spoilers. So if you don't want any spoilers, click off this video. Make sure you watch the episode and then come back and give me some love. Alright, so please remember these are just my opinions. If you don't like it, watch another video. Alright, so we're going to jump straight in. And so the first queen to enter the workroom is Miss Shady, and she comes in this beachy dress. It's all like beachy vibes, and she looks really hot. And sometimes like the same material or like the same pattern can get like overwhelming, but she did it really well. Her bag matched her dress, and it just looked all put together. And obviously in season 9 she won 4 challenges, and so she was in like at the top until those rose petals fell and her dreams fell with them. So she is back to slay and snatch that All Stars crown, honey. Alright, next up is Miss Cracker. I do like her dress. She comes in like a, what colour is that? Like a light green sort of minty colour with some feathers, and she just looks really cute. It's very Cracker. And she comes in saying craction. I don't know what that means, but it's sort of her thing, so I love it. I am a big fan of Miss Cracker. She was the first queen I ever met, and she is just amazing, and I'm really excited to see what she can do. On her season, she did good, but I think it's right about what she was saying about how she was like a perfectionist. She just wanted everything to be perfect, and I think that's what stopped her from actually winning any challenges. And so she's back to All Stars, and I really hope she does well. Okay, and then in walks a Puerto Rican princess, Miss Alexis Mateo, for her 3rd time, and she is amazing. Her entrance look is her Puerto Rican flag with her like coat with like ruffles. It is really pretty, really Alexis Mateo. She's just serving it up. It's amazing. And on season 3, she got to the top. She was really good in season 3. I love her. And it's not just because Vanessa Van Mateo is her drag daughter. She was on All Stars 1. She did good, but obviously they were in teams and they had like 6 episodes, and so it was harder. Like, I think All Stars 1 would have been the hardest All Stars, because if one person in your team was dragging you down, you're going to go down with them. Anyway, next up is Miss Blair St. Clair. I do declare she looks so beautiful, but she's not grown up. I mean, her as a boy, when she's all that makeup off, she looks about 10. She hasn't gone through puberty. No way. But she looks absolutely stunning. This is probably my favourite entrance look because it is so beautiful. Her hair is amazing. Her body, that orange, the glasses, everything on point. And so that was amazing. And the belt, she just looked amazing. And obviously the eyeshadow, great. She's improved so much from her season. And obviously that was only 2 years ago. And so it's just amazing how she has, like, her drag has blossomed, and she's this amazing fierce queen. Next walking into the workroom is Miss Mariah. Now I love Mariah, like, I love her. She's one of my, like, favourite queens because she is really stunning, like, and she is more than just a beauty queen. And she came in, she had like a corset and then some trousers going on, some boots, and Shay said she was serving up some superhero. She looked really hot. I mean, you could say it was a little bit basic because it was again just like a corset and some leggings, but I enjoyed it, and obviously you don't know what you're going to be doing for first mini challenge, and so she was good to come in something comfy, not like a big ball gown, whatever, and so I liked it. Right, next up was India Ferrer. So on that season she did rubbish. I mean, she's only famous for getting picked up by Mimi first, and all I have to say on her entrance look is meh. No. Her entrance look, I thought it was okay. Like, the colour was obviously the same as Miss Cracker, rerun of season 3. But she looked pretty. I feel like it was a little bit over accessorized. The like necklace on the back said old school. I think it probably should have said India Ferrer or Drag is not a contact sport, because old school, it doesn't really mean anything apart from you're basically old. But she looked kind of cute. I loved the hair, but it definitely wasn't my favourite. Might have been my least favourite. But anyway, she looked good. The hair was good. I did like the colour of the dress, but I just didn't like the necklace on the back. That just didn't work. And so next walking into the workroom is Miss Jujubee, and her entrance line is third time the charm. And obviously, like Alexis, this is her third time on the show, and she was in. Oh yeah, she was also in All Stars 1 with Jujubee with Raven, and she got to the final. But obviously she didn't win. It was either Chad or Chanel that was going to win. But her look, it was kind of basic. It was just like a black dress with some stitching here and there. Like, it wasn't anything spectacular. And obviously Jujubee is that spectacular queen. And so I might have expected just a little bit more from her. But she still looked pretty. The hair, again, I really liked the hair. All the hair has been good so far. But yeah, I liked the hair, the dress, it was good, it was alright. Her body looked good, but she did say she was dressing for all their funerals because she was going to kill them all, but I don't know if she'd planned that or she just said that when she walked in the workroom. And I have to point out here what Mariah said, "Come on, Grandma Barbie." Mariah said that and it was hilarious. Like, she didn't look like a Grandma Barbie, but it was funny anyway. Right, next up we have Derek Barry. And Derek Barry comes in this, like, looks kind of dry, like a dry sort of suit with some hat over like her face and some messy wig. And then she like takes it all off in this sparkly sort of, whatever you want to call it. Still with this messy wig with no volume, and again it looks dry. Takes all this off to reveal this sparkly bra and some trousers and goes, "Oops, I did it again," and slides on her knees. And it wasn't very good. All the hair has been good apart from Derek. I mean, come on, that wig, I can't get over that wig. That wig was like bad. But okay. She says she's evolved from just being a Brittany to being Derek. But are we sure about that? Because it looked like Brittany to me. Brittany hair, blonde hair. So I don't really know what was going on. I know I didn't like it. India Ferrer and Derek at the bottom. But then India goes to hug Derek, and Derek's like, no. And then Derek says confessionals, a little bit of tea. And then he hugs everyone else. And so obviously they're starting to get some tension. And before we move on to the next person, I'm going to turn the light on. Alright. That looks better. Okay, so the next queen is Miss Mayhem Miller. She she comes in this bodysuit, red bodysuit, basic. Again, I liked her hair. It was nice hair, but the bodysuit was just a bit basic. Like, there was like nothing wrong with it apart from it was basic. But again, she might have been a bit like Mariah and sort of came in a bodysuit because just to be able to move around a bit more and everything. But it was basic, but I liked it. It wasn't my favourite, but I liked it. And obviously the queen, she is the queen of the party, and so she came in, so she didn't come to crash the party. She came to end it. And we'll have to see if that's true. Probably not after this week's episode, but we will get to that further on in the video. Alright, so the last queen to come is Miss Ongina. Oh my god, I am so excited for Ongina. She is incredible. She came in with this amazing headpiece in like this dress with this train. It looked really good, really sickening, like my eyeshadow. It was really good. Like, she had a bald head. I don't remember her having a wig on, and that is like Ongina all over. I'm really excited for her. Although again she didn't do so well in this week's episode, but I'm excited to see what she can bring, and I hope she steps her game up a little bit. But again, I really liked this, and it has been like 11 years since she was on, and I'm excited to see what she can bring. Alright, so all the queens are in the workroom and the siren goes off. She already done her whatever Rue says, and the message goes off, and then all the queens go to the stairs, and RuPaul comes down in his Klein, Efshin and Parker suit downstairs and gags them all because he reveals that there is going to be new rules, that the queens are going to vote for who they want to send home. Dun dun dun! Cue dramatic music. Oh, it's raining. Anyway, back to the review, and all the queens are like gag, like all-star rules have been suspended forever, and that is a gag. Was a big gag, but obviously the fans knew that there was going to be a change in the rules, but it still was like a gag to the queens. But then Rue starts advertising Work the World, the biggest drag tour of drag queens, and Rue likes to advertise. I mean, he advertised the Las Vegas tour in season 12. Now he's advertising Work the World, and we cannot go, and we can go not to any of them because of Miss Corona. Rue likes to get a little advert in there. But anyway, their mini challenge is reading. Sorry, I skipped a bit, but their mini challenge is reading, and GGB and Blair win that, and their reads again were really good. GGB is the queen, mother darling, princess of reading, and obviously Blair's reads were really good. I wasn't expecting that from Blair because I think of Blair as a nice person and not a little bit shady, but she was shady, and also if you watched Untouched, she's a little bit shady, and so I think she's going to bring some drama, some tea, and so I'm excited. But anyway, them two won the reading challenge. Ongina did not do very well. But I also want to point out that the guest judge is Ricky Martin, and I didn't know who Ricky Martin was, but he seems really nice, and Alexis laughed at his read. And so that was a reading challenge, and I forgot to mention Ricky Martin, but he was the guest judge, and he read RuPaul in Spanish, and Alexis found it funny. Because in Puerto Rico they speak Spanish. I didn't understand, but at least we had the writing at the bottom of the page. Alright, so Rue reveals that the main challenge is a Work the World talent show extravaganza, darling, variety show, whatever. and that they have to showcase a work of the world talent, and so usually we get not that much of a variety for the talent shows, because obviously it's been the first episode of All Stars, every All Stars. So we usually don't get that much of a variety. Like there's some singing, music playing, and lip syncing. That's literally it. But it's still one of my favourite episodes to watch, just because I love to see them all like be in their own spotlight, and it was just really good. So before they get out on stage, Derek and India start having a little fight, and Angina wants some tea, and it just gets a little bit hot, spicy, red hot. And so basically, I think the story is India either was quit or fired from this club for doing a gig, and obviously Nebraska is Derek's boyfriend, and Nebraska got the job doing to replace India. And then India might have called Nebraska a pig in a wig, and then Nebraska did a number to shade her, and it just all blew up. And Derek doesn't speak to India, so yeah, that was I think what happened. But I'm obviously a little bit sad because we don't get any more drama. Because spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Derek goes home, so that was a little bit sad. But now let's get on to the Work the World talent show. So up first on the talent show is Miss Alexis Mateo, and she comes out. She does a very like traditional. I don't know if it's traditional, but it's very like it's Puerto Rican. It's really good. Her dancing is amazing. That footwork, great. She looks amazing with her backup dances and the bam, bam. That was really good. Like she was really amazing. And like Ricky Martin said, I did not want it to end. And I don't know if she did it for Ricky Martin, because obviously Ricky Martin is also from Puerto Rico. So I don't know if she had planned to do that before she went on the show. I think she probably did. But I don't know if she might have added more just to please Ricky Martin. I don't know, but I loved it. I would go and see that in the show, like, right now. I can't click, but I would go see that in the show. That was really, really good. I loved that. And then we get Miss Shea Coulee. Now, Shea Coulee is doing like a ooh la la song with this pole, and it's all really hot. But I feel like she looked great. Her hair, again, was amazing. I loved all the hair apart from Dirt Barry's. It was really good. But Shea's performance, I feel like it was a little bit like, wasn't boring, but I feel like we expected more from Shea. And she actually reveals that she only had 10 days to practice, and so it was good because obviously she only had 10 days. But I was just expecting a little bit more, and the song wasn't like, you couldn't really like boogie to the song, and so the lip syncing was a little bit down. But again, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't like go see that in a show, but it was good. I enjoyed it. And yeah, I agree she should have been safe. And so it was good. It wasn't like amazing. I don't know why she thought she could win with it, but hey ho, let's go. Right, so after Miss Shea Coulee is Miss Mayhem Miller. So we get her, she's sitting on this throne, she's got her long like blue sort of roby thing on. I was like gagged by this. And I think like we've seen the same makeup she did and the same sort of hair, and so it wasn't like amazing, you know what I mean? And it got worse from there. So she started off really strong with her eyes. I can't do the eyes, but her eyes were great. It was amazing. I think the makeup did complement that, but we have seen it. But she did really good at the start, but then she got up and the energy fell, like completely fell. And we couldn't hear what she was saying. And I feel like she needed to like really prepare a little bit more, because Mayhem, she always speaks clearly. She's always like energy, happy, positive. We didn't really get that. It was like just a bit like dull. And yes, she definitely deserved to be in the bottom two, because that was bad. Alright, so we're going to stop talking about Mayhem's car crash. It went a bit like her season 10 journey. Started up here, went zoom very quickly. So next we have Mariah. And Mariah, I was so blown away. Like, the message, it was so strong. She should have definitely been in the top. She should not have been safe. But it was just amazing. Like, made us all think about just made us all sort of reflect and think about stuff. And that was really good. It was amazing. Like, her poetry, spoken word was so good. I loved it. It was just so incredible. And I don't know why she was safe. She should not have been safe. Like, that was incredible. Like, just amazing. Astonishing. Yes, it was astonishing, girl. So astonishing, like, amazing. And it was just so, like, poetic and beautiful. Alright. So the next queen was Miss Cracker, and she comes out in like a pickle, pretending to be Dr. Dill. But what I find with like that, it was prefer when she comes out in the actual Dr. Dill costume, and like Dahlia, for the season 12 finale, I feel like she should have been like a broccoli, like an actual broccoli, because it just isn't as exciting enough. But yes, this was quite funny, in her pickle jar, and so yeah, I enjoyed it. And then she whips off that pickle thing to reveal like a crackery outfit, white, salty. Take a lick. It was kind of that, and then she does cartwheels into a shablam, death shot, whatever you want to call it. It was good. Like, it was, to me, it was safe. And it wasn't like, yes, God! Like, that wasn't the sort of vibe. It just wasn't amazing. And I think she took Mariah's place in the top. I love Cracker, but this just wasn't amazing. And we have sort of seen it before. Alright, so next up was Blair St. Clair. I never knew this queen could sing, but she sung. It was good. When she did that ponytail whip. I don't have a ponytail, but I like whipping my hair. It was good. But again, she wasn't that great. Like, her vocals weren't amazing, like Juju B, who we'll get to later. It just wasn't amazing. But her song was good, and when she whipped her hair, that song, I don't know what that song is, but it's out if you want to go buy it, and so is Mayhem Miller's, or download it or whatever. So those two songs are out. I don't know if they're on Spotify or whatever, but they're out. But yeah, Blair was just a bit like boring. Like, I liked her ponytail whip, her eyes were amazing with the rhinestones, so I have to give her credit for that. But it was just a little bit boring, you know? Boring. You got to give us everything, like, you've just got to give it. You've got to show you are here and you are ready to win, girl. Give it to us. Seriously, give it to us. We want to see you really sing. Really, like, use those vocals, because Blair's singing was good, but I really want you to see her just go for it. Like, do you know what I mean? Alright, so next up was Angina, and when she came out, I was like, yes, it's going to be so camp, so fun. So Angina came out in this car with the flag, wrapped up in this flag, but then it sort of got boring. She didn't know the words, she didn't lip sync, it was just a car crash. Boom! And she was in a car. Oh yeah, okay. She was in a car and it was a car crash, and it just wasn't good. It was like meh. And then she did this dancing thing, but it didn't really look like she knew what she was doing, like freestyling it, super word. Like it was just a bit like awkward to watch. I think she maybe should have been in the bottom. I don't know that, but she was definitely in the bottom three. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good. Like, come on, it was not good at all. I love enjoying it, and I was really hoping this was going to be camp and fun, and I hope what she did, carries on into the next challenge, because I really want her to do well in this competition. I want them all to do well. I didn't necessarily want India Farah to do well, but now I do, because her performance was good. It was great. But yeah, on Giants just wasn't good. Right, so next up is Derek Barry. Derek Barry comes out with the same wig, just bigger, more volume, in still some sort of sparkly bikini, not blowing me away. But I do like Derek. I like that she's can be a little bit delusional, but still really fun to watch. But obviously her impersonations were bad, like really bad. She just wasn't there. I'd have gotten like 2. Like her impersonations were bad until Laganja Stranger. Oh God! Yes, God! Yes! Work! Yes, that was Laganja, although it wasn't funny, but it was definitely Laganja. And I thought Cher was quite good, but they just weren't funny. And about 13 of them were bad. I just wasn't impressed, and I wanted Derek to do well because, like Shay said, I really wanted to like Derek, and I feel like I was really excited to see what Derek could bring, and Derek did try to do something new, and we needed to appreciate that and acknowledge that, but again, it wasn't good. Like, alright, let's move on from Derek and talk about something good. Jujubee. Oh my god, I love Jujubee. Like Blair said, that was passion coming out of her throat as she sung away her amazing song. Like, that was amazing. And I watched a stage show she did, and she just sung, and it was amazing. I was blown away by those vocals. Incredible, like, so sickening. Amazing. It was just stunning. Like, she looked beautiful. She was good, you know. And again, I think she was alright. It was good that she was safe, but I wouldn't have minded if she was in the top, because that was a great performance. Passion coming out of her throat. Amazing. Alrighty, so the last one we had of the day was India Farah, I don't know what her surname is, but India, you killed it out there. Like, she took what she's known for, which is getting picked up by Mimio first, and turned it into this fun, campy song. And I think this is what I wanted a bit from Mangina. Like, I didn't want her like rolling around on the floor, but I feel like she should have done some of India's dancing, or turned it into a more like fun song, because RuPaul's songs aren't necessarily like the funniest or whatever, so she could have added stuff in there. But I loved India's performance. It was like, drag is not a contact sport. Drag is not a contact sport. Bam, 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 bam. Drag is not a contact sport. It was amazing. She rolled around on the floor. She did splits, cartwheels, whatever. It was just incredible. Energy was the same, 100 from start to finish. But I have to say something here. This is just my opinion, remember that. But she started at 100 and it stayed at 100. Now, when Jan in the Drink Challenge started at 100 and stayed at 100, she got red and got sent home. You're probably thinking, but Miss Tiger Days, it's different because it's lip syncing and selling a product, but it's not different. Seriously, like India should have got red for not going anywhere, but she didn't. But I still feel like her performance was great. It was good, and I enjoyed it. And so then we come to the end of all of our performances, and they are on the main stage. And the critiques, so the safe girls are Mariah, Blair, Juju, and Shay, and they're all safe, so they leave the stage. Yes. And all the others are in the top or the bottom. And so up first is Alexis, and they just say she was amazing, she was fun, she was Alexis. Bam, 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 bam. And Michelle excused the one that she had on her foot, and then Alexis says, "You should like it, goddamn! I stole it for you." Which I thought was hilarious. I love Alexis, and she did deserve to be in that top. Alright, and then we got to Mayhem. I'm not actually saying them in the order they were on stage. I'm saying them in the order they performed, but next up was Mayhem. It just wasn't energized. I don't know what order they were on the stage, but yeah, Mayhem, it just couldn't hear what she was saying. It wasn't energy, and Mayhem could do more than that. Mayhem can kill. Mayhem could do more than that. I'm not the biggest fan of Mayhem, but she could definitely have done more than that. I was a bit sad to see her fail. Alright, then we have Cracker, and I'm a little bit angry because I feel like she took Mariah's spot in the top. So yeah, Mariah should have been in the top instead of Cracker. I think Cracker's performance was good, but obviously she should have been saved. But the judges seemed to enjoy it. They say it was funny, but they're almost giving critiques. Like they didn't really have anything to say because she should have been safe. So that was Cracker. Next was Angina. They did say that it just looked like she was shuffling, she didn't really know what to do or do next, and she just wasn't being very good. Come on, we need more. And I love Angina, and I'm glad they gave her a pass because they're like, come on, oh, you can do more than this. We know you can do more than this. We're giving you a pass, so you can absolutely bring it next week. And it has been 11 years since she's walked in the workroom, and so, it was probably kind of tough, walking in there again after 11 years. And obviously the show has evolved so much. It's now one of the biggest shows on TV. And so that's obviously probably scary for her. But they did say that it was bad. It was a bad performance. She shuffled around a bit, and she had 2 reveals, and her clothes were just all over the stage. And I agree with that. Right, then it was Derek. Derek. Like Michelle said, if he had not told us, we would not have known who they are, even though I did not know any of them anyway, because I am 10 years old. But they did say Derek, it wasn't good. And Derek had a little moment of delusion where she was like, you just can't get your head around saying Derek as a she, even though he's in drag. Anyway, she had a moment of delusion where she was just like, but the audience laughed. To be polite, Derek. They read her. I felt sorry for Derek though, because she tried something different, and she should get acknowledged for that. She tried something different, and she needs to get recognised for that. But it was bad though, so she did deserve to be in the bottom. Right, and finally we had India. Bad tongue, but there we go. We had India. They said energy, start to finish, amazing. But again, she started at 100, nowhere to go. Come on, people. But yeah, they said she was good. They said she was great, and I think she was great. But I'm still upset about Jan being on 100 and India being on 100. Jan went home and India was in the top. Like, just no. But anyway, India was the winner of this week's challenge, and the bottom two ended up being Derek Barry and Mayhem Miller. And Angina was safe, along with Miss Cracker, Alexis, and I think that was it. So all of them were safe, apart from Derek, and Mayhem and India is in the top. And so they go back to the workroom, and India just talks with the girls. Her and Mayhem have like a little Mayhem says, if I was sitting in that chair and you were sitting in that one, I would keep you. And so they're sort of like making up a deal here. But I might do that. But then, if I'm sitting in that chair and they're sitting over there, I have the power. They can't do anything, and so I might just send them home. And they can't do anything unless they come back, which they probably will because it's All Stars. But anyway, they make a little deal, and then Derek has to talk to India. First time in 2 years. Oh my god, this is breaking news, people. Derek talk to India. Like, actually sat and talked to her in a peaceful, calm way. Derek just didn't want to go home. And anyway, it's time for the queens to vote, and as RuPaul revealed on the runway, the top queen would pick a lip sync of who she wants to go home, and then the other queens would vote. And then the top queen would have to lip sync against a secret lip sync assassin. And if the lip sync assassin wins, she reveals the lip sync which all the queens voted for. And if the top queen wins, she reveals the lipstick that she picks. And that's how it's going to work from now on. If you didn't understand my explanation, you will understand it when the next episode comes out or whatever. But that's the rules as RuPaul revealed on the runway, and the queens vote. Now, if you've watched Antarctica, you'll know that every single queen voted for Derek, apart from obviously Derek and Jujubee. And so Derek was the obvious one going home. And I have to say, I think India was probably picked Derek as well. But they get out on stage again, and RuPaul says, right, it's time for the lip sync. The lip syncing for your legacy. Reveal the lip sync assassin! And the curtain goes up. And it's Evie Oddly, the winner of season 11. And I'm not Evie's biggest fan. Like, I like her, but I wouldn't go to an Evie show. But after this lip sync, I like her more. Although I still won't go to an Evie show. So Evie comes out in this rainbow jumpsuit with some wigs, and they start the lip sync, and it is to a Ricky Martin song. And the lip sync is really good. Apart from Evie does have it in the bag. She chases India around the stage. It's a really, really good lip sync, and India wasn't terrible, but she was just outshined by Evie. Yeah, it was a good lip sync. And then RuPaul reveals that Evie has won, and Evie reveals the lipstick that the queens voted for. And that lipstick is... pretend I have lipstick. Derek Barry. And so Derek has the sachet away, and I'm so sad. I want to see more Derek, and I'm really sad that Derek has to go. But Derek gets back in the workroom, and she has a little message from Nebraska and the other one. And they say how proud they are of her. And it's really sweet. And Derek's gone, and I'm really excited for next week. But next week, I think it will probably be Mayhem's time to go. Anyway, thank you guys for watching my first review. I will be doing lots more throughout All Stars and throughout the rest of Drag Race. But I am still angry about India, the India affair and Janet affair. And Mariah and Cracker, and like Ricky Martin said, Mariah's message was so strong. Just thank you for watching, and remember, this was my opinions, not yours. And if you don't like them, don't say anything. I've been Miss Tiger Days, so you've been my audience, and now it's time for you to sashay away. Bye! Oh, God!